Mahatma Gandhi, The Power of Peaceful Revolution. Imagine a world transformed not by the clash of steel or the roar of cannons, but by the quiet strength of conviction and the unwavering pursuit of truth. This is the legacy of Mahatma Gandhi, a man who dared to challenge an empire with the most potent weapon of all: peace. Join us as we delve into the extraordinary life of this iconic figure, exploring how he mobilized a nation and inspired a global movement through the power of nonviolent resistance. Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi was born in 1869 in a small coastal town in India. Even as a young boy, he displayed a profound sense of empathy and an innate understanding of justice. These early seeds of compassion would blossom into a lifelong dedication to fighting oppression. His journey took him to England, where he studied law, immersing himself in a world of new ideas and perspectives. However, it was in South Africa that Gandhi's true calling began to take shape. Witnessing the brutal realities of racial discrimination ignited a fire within him. Instead of succumbing to anger and resentment, Gandhi chose a different path. He pioneered the philosophy of satyagraha, or truth force, organizing peaceful protests and acts of civil disobedience to challenge unjust laws. This marked the genesis of his leadership in nonviolent resistance. Upon his return to India, Gandhi found his homeland shackled under the weight of British colonial rule. Harsh laws and economic exploitation had plunged the nation into poverty and despair. The spirit of the Indian people was suppressed but not broken. Gandhi recognized that violent rebellion would only perpetuate a cycle of bloodshed and suffering. He believed that true liberation could only be achieved through the power of love, understanding, and unwavering commitment to truth. He called upon the Indian people to embrace nonviolent resistance, urging them to stand up for their rights with dignity and courage. His message resonated deeply, igniting a spark of hope in the hearts of millions. In 1930, Gandhi launched one of the most iconic acts of civil disobedience in history: the Salt March. The British government had imposed a tax on salt, a basic necessity, effectively monopolizing its production and sale. This was a blatant act of economic oppression. Gandhi decided to defy this unjust law by leading a march to the sea where he would make salt from seawater. This act of defiance, though seemingly simple, became a powerful symbol of resistance against British rule. The Salt March captured the imagination of the world. Thousands of Indians joined Gandhi on his 240-mile journey, enduring hardship and facing arrest with unwavering resolve. The march demonstrated the power of peaceful protest to challenge even the most formidable of empires. Gandhi's approach was revolutionary. He taught people that they could resist oppression without resorting to hatred or violence. He encouraged communities to boycott British goods and promote Indian-made products, fostering economic self-reliance. This movement united people from all walks of life, transcending religious, caste, and regional divides. Gandhi's message of unity and self-reliance empowered the Indian people to take control of their destiny. He faced numerous challenges, including imprisonment and violent repression, but his commitment to nonviolence remained unshaken. He believed that violence only begets more violence, while love and understanding can heal even the deepest wounds. Gandhi's message resonated far beyond the borders of India. Leaders of the civil rights movement in the United States, such as Martin Luther King Jr., drew inspiration from his philosophy of nonviolent resistance. King adopted Gandhi's methods of peaceful protest, using sit-ins, marches, and boycotts to challenge racial segregation and discrimination. Gandhi's legacy became a beacon of hope for oppressed people around the world. His teachings demonstrated that peaceful resistance could be a powerful tool for achieving social justice and political change. His influence continues to inspire activists and movements fighting for equality and human rights today. As the years passed, the British government began to realize that it could no longer maintain control over India through force. The strength of Gandhi's movement had exposed the moral bankruptcy of colonialism. In 1947, India finally achieved independence. It was a momentous occasion, marking the end of British rule and the beginning of a new era for the Indian people. However, the joy of independence was tempered by the pain of partition. The British government divided India into two separate nations, India and Pakistan. This decision led to widespread violence and displacement, as Hindus and Muslims were forced to migrate across newly drawn borders. Gandhi was deeply saddened by the violence and division that accompanied independence. He dedicated himself to promoting peace and unity among different communities in India, urging people to overcome their differences and embrace a shared future. Tragically, in 1948, Gandhi was assassinated by a Hindu extremist who opposed his message of peace and reconciliation. His death was a profound loss for India and the world. Despite his untimely death, Gandhi's message of peace and nonviolence continues to resonate today. He remains a symbol of hope and inspiration for those who seek to create a more just and peaceful world. Gandhi's story teaches us that each of us has the power to stand up against injustice, no matter how daunting the challenge. We can choose to respond to hatred with love, to violence with peace, and to oppression with nonviolent resistance. His journey reminds us that true strength comes from within, from our unwavering commitment to truth and justice. Change is possible when we unite for a common cause, transcending our differences and embracing our shared humanity. In a world that often seems divided by conflict and hatred, Gandhi's teachings are more relevant than ever. We can apply his principles in our own lives, in our communities, and in our interactions with others. So, the next time you face a challenge or witness injustice, remember the legacy of Mahatma Gandhi. Remember that you have the power to make a difference, to create positive change without resorting to violence. Your voice, your actions, and your commitment to peace can ripple outwards, inspiring others to join you in building a more just and compassionate world. Let us honor Gandhi's memory by embracing the power of peaceful revolution in our own lives. Thank you for joining us on this journey to explore the life and legacy of Mahatma Gandhi. His story is a testament to the power of nonviolent resistance and the enduring strength of the human spirit. If you have been inspired by Gandhi's message, we encourage you to take action. Share this story with others, engage in peaceful activism, and strive to embody Gandhi's principles in your own life. Let us work together to create a world where peace, justice, and compassion prevail. Remember, change starts with you. Let us all be the change we wish to see in the world.